get you more reaction to Andre Ruyter'S appearance before Parliament today. Athi Mtongana is standing by to get the views of Eskom. Hello, Athi.
Hello, Dudu. Well, I'm actually going to get reaction from an ANC MP who wrote to the chairperson to ask for the Standing Committee on Public Accounts to call upon the former CEO at Eskom, Andre Ruyter, to come and appear, of course, at the back of that television interview where he made damning allegations. And I do have him with me. Bheki Radebe, thank you so much for your time. Now, I want you to take me back to when you came across that television interview, especially considering the fact that you have heard from Andre Ruyter before, here before Parliament and certainly before Scopa, and some of the issues that he then discussed in that interview that you perhaps felt that needed to be ventilated here.
Thank you. Indeed, when we first had the interview, we felt that allegations made then were very serious, and we thought this would be an opportunity for him to clearly take the nation into confidence and us as a portfolio committee in terms of this allegation. We cannot allow a situation where we're told 1 billion on monthly basis goes missing and it goes to conspicuous characters. So we thought we should do something and act so that we stop the rot that's happening currently at Eskom. Unfortunately, this was a missed opportunity. We could not get the outcome that we were anticipating from Mr. Ruyter. So we need to probe further. All those officials and stakeholders that were implicated, we need to afford them an opportunity. We subscribe to the rule of natural justice and Batem rule. No one should be condemned unheard. So it's just giving us an extra work, and we are willing to probe further in order to ensure that justice is served.
Now, Mr. Habib, you are an ANC MP. Yes. Apart from the Standing Committee on Public Accounts, which the chairperson, I believe, had tried to briefly describe the separation of the work and the mandate and the scope of the National Assembly and portfolio committees, but I do have to bring this issue around the ANC having the majority in the National Assembly and voting against a motion that would have looked at the happenings at Eskom. What do you say to that then, if you are so vehemently calling on, the former CEO to name people who are allegedly connected to the cartels, especially when words like senior ranking politicians come up? How do you then say that this should be probed when in the National Assembly the ANC MPs did not want that motion to go ahead?
Let's contextualize our refusal for an ad hoc committee. We said there are appropriate structures within Parliament who can play the exact same role that the motion intended to do.
But have those committees been doing that? And even the CEO, the former CEO, was saying that it is common knowledge that there is corruption at Eskom. And even speaking to the chairperson, he says some of the issues related to corruption are issues that have been ventilated already before the Standing Committee on Public Accounts. So are any of those other oversight committees doing anything if you then did not want the ad hoc committee to be established?
As a Standing Committee on Public Accounts, we are doing exactly that. Post the interview, we saw it necessary to call him to come and account. And we're doing that. We're going to continue calling other relevant stakeholders who are mentioned and implicated in the report. Yes, we are doing that. We did not sit on our laurels and hide ourselves from accountability. We are going to account those that are charged with the responsibility of exercising their oversight, be it other portfolio committee on public enterprise. I'm not privy on speaking on behalf of them, but as a Standing Committee on Public Accounts, we are going to leave no stone unturned in ensuring that justice is done. Those that must be held accountable will be held accountable.
Lastly, before I let you go, I know you don't speak on behalf of the ANC caucus, but that's your political party. I do want to know whether in your meetings as the ANC caucus, whether you do try to perhaps, on your terms, try to investigate and find out who these people might possibly be, because judging from what Mr. Andre de Ruyter said, even in that television interview, it seems as though those are senior ranking politicians who are obviously in positions of power, although he did not want to disclose the details. But I just want to find out, in terms of your responsibilities as members of parliament, particularly in the ANC, are you speaking to your counterparts in the executive, in cabinet, and otherwise to try and get more information?
I am indeed a member of the African National Congress, and I'm an MP. But I represent the Republic of South Africa, the constituency that voted for us. The reason why we're here today and having Mr. de Ruyter accounting to public, that should tell you something about the position of the African National Congress when it comes to these matters.
Right. I'll leave it there for now, Mr. Bheki Radebe. Thank you so much for your time. A member of the Standing Committee on Public Accounts. Of course, the committee remains adamant that they will do everything that they can in their powers to try and get as much information around the happenings at Eskom, especially in relation to corruption that is really affecting the current energy crisis in the country. And they're going as far as saying that they will also be considering whether they should also have an inquiry that would then basically have all those implicated come and appear under oath to give evidence before Scopa. Of course, so next week we are awaiting the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, to appear, the advisor to the President, Sydney Mufamadi, as well as some couple of law enforcement agencies that are probing the happenings at Eskom. So that is something that we're certainly looking forward to sometime next week to do.
Indeed. Athi Mtongana, thank you very much.